Hello everyone, I'm NTom64.
I'm the Flamethrower.
And I'm Samurai Snake.
And welcome to the HellfireComms playthrough of Mega Man X for the Super Nintendo. Does this one really need any kind of introduction? Well, I suppose so. You know, this is how we do things here at HFC. It's a classic game. You know, it's jump and shoot man taken to the X degree. But, you know, instead of just me waffling on, I'm going to hand over to HFC's resident Mega Man expert and ask, why did Capcom feel the need to develop a Mega Man sub-series when they already had Rockman Classic right there, ready and waiting?
Capcom wanted something more sophisticated than the original series, so they had in concept a Super Mega Man game for the Super Nintendo. To make this more sophisticated, they decided that they wanted Zero to be the main character because of his hardcore personality, and Sigma being the main villain because, well, he's a good guy gone bad because of a certain flaw. I kind of liken this to some old classic anime and manga, like Neo Cyborg Cashern, where you basically have a good robot gone bad, looks kind of like Sigma, and decides he wants to exterminate all humanity with a robot army.
Okay, so he's basically saying Inafune's a hack and copies all his ideas.
Pretty much.
But there's an interesting story about Inafune regarding the development of Mega Man X, isn't there, mate?
Yeah. There were 3 instant death series, Ghouls and Ghosts being one, any Disney game being one, and of course, Mega Man.
Oh yeah.
And if you were assigned to any of these games to work on them, kiss all your free time goodbye.
Whoosh.
Yeah. And Inafune was broke, he needed more meals, so the company would give free meals to anyone that worked overtime, so that would completely work out for him.
Yeah. What a concept, you know? It's like, oh, you have to work on our latest Mega Man game. Oh, thank God I get to eat today! Oh man, here we go. Yeah, it's just your basic run and jump and shoot. He's got his X Buster. It's all good in the hood. Flame, how did you first get into the X series? I'll get to you, Snake, in a minute, but you're more familiar with Mega Man. I want to hear a plebeian's opinion on it, a plebeian's take on Mega Man X as a whole. Because I know you're a big fan of the game, but what is it like that got you into the series, and why do you like it so much?
Well, for a start, it's good to know where I stand, so thanks.
No
also, like, this was one of the series, like, I never grew up with Mega Man or anything. Like, Mega Man's a series I found, like, over the last few years, just from watching Let's Plays, and the same kind of people who were talking about the Sonics and kind of stuff were also playing Mega Man. And so that was kind of, I thought, you know, I'll give this a try, and with the Virtual Console and emulation, that's a possibility. So,
you thief! You dirty thief!
I'm a thief of this game. I own multiple copies of now. But,
okay,
yeah.
well, you own multiple copies of Shadow the Hedgehog as well, but we won't hold that against you. But you really never played like a classic Mega Man game?
Well, I've played them all since, but like, it was one of the things that I started off playing the classic series, and then when I played X for the first time, it's like, this is leaps and bounds above anything the classics has to offer, this game in particular. We're obviously in the intro stage right now, so we are just in the bare bones, teaching you how to jump, teaching you how to shoot, the basic stuff you need to know, but all the extra colour that you see right away compared to classic Mega Man on the NES, you've got this pumping soundtrack. It's just like, if you've been playing through the classic games and you go to this, it's like, this blows you away the first time you play it.
Oh yeah, not to mention his like new abilities like wall jumping and so on. Like, man, I wish I had that in the classic NES Mega Man games, I can tell you what. But Snake, Mega Man X, out of 10 instantly, give me score now please.
9.
Really?
Yeah, it's very good, I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I didn't want to like try pole licking the game throughout all 3 parts, but yeah, I'd have to agree with that. You know, solid soundtrack, really good soundtrack actually, smooth visuals, tight controls. Mega Man X, just roll the fucking credits now, we're done here really.
Yeah. This is one of them games that, like, it's probably the closest I could put to a perfect platformer. There's, like, I am going to be doing the thing of sucking this game off the whole playthrough, as you said you were going to try to avoid, but, you know, I love this game, you can't stop me.
So what's Mr. Purple Robot here got to do with Mega Man X and his antics, Snake?
Well, this Boba Fett ripoff is vile, and he's a Maverick that went crazy because of his violent behavior and malfunctioning circuits.
Okay.
And he has a personal vendetta against X in the remake, Maverick Hunter X.
Okay. Wait a minute. I could do that on the intro! I'll just insert the whole of Egoraptor's Equalizer.
Oh, we got a few minutes in.
The fact that you can't go left means the game is teaching you to go right. Oh, riding on cars.
But yeah, Zero is... I kind of liken him to as the shadow to X's Sonic. I know he's not really filling that role, but he's kind of the... It's hard to explain. He's the sort of character who's that bit cooler, you know? And in this case, he's got really fucking cool blonde hair that I love and am insanely envious of, but you know.
And he's got green lights, like boobs, for no reason, but you know, I didn't design him, I'm not going to sit here and judge.
Good grief. But I wouldn't really liken Zero to Shadow. I liken him a bit more to Proto Man, except, well, cooler, I guess.
I never really cared for Proto Man, honestly. It was always like his coolness was informed. Like, oh my god, it's Proto Man, he's amazing. I was like, he's okay, I guess. He's got a shield, doesn't afraid of anything, you know.
Yeah, he's just Red Mega Man, really.
So, instead of Robot Masters this time, we've got Mavericks, and since X is a Maverick Hunter, we've got to take him down and destroy him. And we're going to start with the easiest boss, as, you know, Mega Mans are wont to do. Chill Penguin. I'm going to read his bio from Maverick Hunter X, which is what exactly, Snake? This always kind of confuses me.
What a Maverick is, or Chill Penguin?
Well, neither. What is Maverick Hunter X exactly, mate?
Oh, Maverick Hunter X. Maverick Hunter X is a remake of the Super Nintendo game for the PlayStation Portable, and basically it's almost like a reimagining of the first game, because while the plot's generally the same, the general idea behind the plot is completely different and shows Sigma to have more, like, decided that humanity is inferior, and he wants to rebel against humanity for a higher purpose.
Okay.
So all Reploids can reach their full potential.
Interesting. So Mavericks are just robots that have gone bad, essentially?
Yes.
Well, I should say Reploids that have gone bad. There's a very big distinction there. Mega Man's a robot, Mega Man X is a Reploid, isn't that right?
Mega Man is a robot, but X is more of an original designed robot, because he's designed almost pretty much like a human in concept, where he's not bound by the laws of robotics, so he has 100% independent thought like a normal human. And Reploids are essentially replicant androids, and they're built using X's design.
Oh, okay, Reploid, replicate android. That makes sense now.
Pretty much all the Reploids went Maverick because Dr. Light is a programming and robotics god, and Dr. Kane is pretty crappy at it.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen Kane yet. I'm not sure if he actually turns up in person until like X2, honestly.
Kane was mentioned in that intro scroll thing where it had the irritating loud noise going off, but no one reads that, so, you know.
Yeah, you just skip that because you want to get to the jump in and shoot. Okay, I'm going to read the bios from Maverick Hunter X here. Chill Penguin, Lord of the Snowy Plains. Okay. Reploid specifically designed for extremely cold regions, formerly of the 13th Polar Battalion. Had been operating on a wholly unsatisfying mission at the South Pole, but once he heard Sigma's call to rally Reploids, Chill Penguin started operating with the 17th Battalion. His fort circuits are designed to be flexible so he can perform missions with his small-sized body, but this has gained him a reputation among other Reploids of being somewhat warped. He's on bad terms with Flame Mammoth, who relies solely on brute strength. And fun fact, since we're doing Chill Penguin stage first, you may find that Flame Mammoth stage is particularly iced over when we eventually get to it.
What I will say about Chill Penguin, what I remember from him is in Maverick Hunter X, he has a really squeaky, irritating voice, and I wish he would just shut the fuck up.
Oh, are they all voiced in the PSP game then?
Yeah, when you go through the boss doors, like you just saw me do there, you get a little bit of dialogue back and forth between X and the particular Maverick, and it basically ends up with every single one being X going, "You've got Maverick because you disagree with me." X becomes some sort of fucking like dictator in that fucking game if you interpret it a certain way.
I don't think we even really need to like give a strategy for Chill Penguin. Even for me, when I first started playing X, and this was on the 3DS, by the way, which I had to actually configure the controls at the start before I could, comfortably play it, because the shoulder buttons were a bit, they're not great for playing the Mega Man X games, I'm going to be honest, nor the classic ones. But Chill Penguin, just hit him with a charged up Buster Shot, or if you decide to come back later, he is weak to Flame Mammoth's weapon, so there you go. And we also got the Booster Boots, or whatever they're called. They basically let you dash. I'm pretty sure it wasn't until later games where you could do the air dash, am I right, Snake?
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to air dash until Mega Man X2, and then it becomes something you can automatically do in Mega Man X7.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice in regards to X7, that's a first.
Well, no, that's not... You know what I was talking about, fuck you.
But yeah, in regards to the dash, I know we sort of touched on this briefly earlier, but the dash is really what sets this apart in my eyes to the classics, because it gives you that whole extra level of control over where your character is. It makes the whole game feel a lot faster as well. So it's not like just screen by screen, shoot the guys, go climb a ladder, and then go to the next one, rinse, repeat anymore. It's like you can dash across pits, you can do these cool jump tricks, and it just adds so much to the Mega Man formula in my eyes.
It just feels good, like you're going so much faster than in the classic games, which they were designed well, in my opinion, even if I do get frustrated at them a lot, but this just feels so much more like fluid and smooth. I take it by you jumping off the platform back there to get the heart piece, or whatever, the heart container, I guess, to put it in Zelda parlance. We're going for a 100% item get ratings.
Yes, we are getting everything in this run.
Nice.
X1 is one of them games where you've got 100% it. I don't care for the later games, because they start forcing in loads more backtracking than this game has, but this one, there's a certain route you can take where there's very few parts you have to actually go back for, so you can get most of it along the way, as I'll be doing in this playthrough.
Okay. Snake, what would you say is the easiest game in the X series to get 100% on? Not counting X1, I guess, and what's the hardest? Because I think you've played all of them.
I think the hardest would have to be Mega Man X7, because you have to save every single Reploid to get 100%, and if you fail to do that, or one of the robots dies, you're gonna have to reset over and over and over again.
Wait, the whole game?
No, you just reload your save file,
Oh,
rather.
thank God, Jesus. Alright, I'm gonna read friggin' Storm Eagle's bio here. That's a pretty badass name, by the way, and fantastic music as well. Okay, where is his bio? Scrolling down. Prince of the Skies, leader of the 7th Air Squadron. His forte is lightning-quick dogfights and air battles. Always calm, cool, and collected. He doesn't talk much and can be difficult to approach, though he is very popular with his men. When the rebellion broke out, he tried his best to stop Sigma, but was forced to bow to Sigma's immense power and now works for him. When Storm Eagle is controlling the skies with a new air destroyer, no one gets past him, through the air at least. His weakness is the Chameleon Sting, which we won't actually be getting for a while, so we're going Buster only on this one.
Thankfully, this is a really easy boss fight. It's just a dash left, dash right, shoot sort of thing. Every now and then, what it'll do is it'll drop like an egg that spawns several little Storm Eagle kind of things,
Aww.
but that's just, you know, a fully charged Buster Shot, and that's dead. Here you go. But I think Storm Eagle does actually have a really cool design as well. He just looks... I like that he's an Eagle character who is so much bigger than X height-wise.
Yeah.
It's just, you think of like this bird of prey that's bigger than you look up at him, and it makes him look more intimidating than he actually is.
Was that perfect? I didn't see you take a single hit there.
Yeah, that was a perfect.
Yeah, perfect run of Storm Eagle.
Nice. Imagine dying to Storm Eagle, though. Man, that's gotta be embarrassing. Almost as embarrassing as dying to Toadman.
I didn't know that there was energy down there on the right side of the ship. I never knew about that.
yeah, if you just dash off the edge, then you get the extra little bit, which I find that useful because you probably noticed I was sort of bum rushing the earlier parts of the stage where there were cannon things on top of moving platforms.
Oh yeah.
So like I just barged my way through them, then heal before the fight.
Ah, here we go, Flame Mammoth. It's a gigantic elephant.
I think you'd be surprised to know that he's not a gigantic mammoth. In the manga, all he is just a small, tiny robot that got a big body because everyone made fun of his size.
Aww.
Wait, can robots get fat? How the fuck does that work?
Well, you know, there was Double in Mega Man X4, and he...
True.
Well, I won't spoil it. If you've seen our Mega Man X4 playthrough, you should know. This is a really fucking hard secret to get, because if you miss this, the helmet will actually break through blocks, by the way, by headbutting stuff. You have to basically die and restart the stage, because those blocks don't respawn. But this power-up is fucking phenomenal for, like, basically wiping out the rest of the Mavericks and whatnot. It essentially allows you to charge up even further beyond.
Lets you charge up your unlockable weapons as well, and each of them has an extra little power that you get from going to the purple phase, which the game's going to demonstrate here. It goes purple and you get in extra layers, but for things like the Storm Tornado, instead of just one shot forward, you get it sort of nukes the middle of the screen if you use that fully charged. And there's things like the other one, the ice weapon we got, Shotgun Ice, that if you charge it up, it gets you some little sled thing that you can ride along on, which is pretty cool.
Alright, I guess alright. Flame Mammoth, Fiery Oil Tanker, leader of the 4th Land Battalion. Flame Mammoth used to be stationed in the Middle East. Okay. Hearing of Sigma's rebellion, he dreamt of getting an even tighter grasp on his own potential power and of going on violent rampages, and decided to join the rebellion. He enjoys crushing and humiliating anyone weaker than himself, and was hated by the Reploids who served under him. Oh, there you go. This is why none of his battalion followed him to join in the rebellion. He plans on letting his firepower do the talking, taking over an industrial area and turning it all into weapons manufacturing. Oh.
What I will say is, I know a lot of people who play Maverick Hunter X tend to go Flame Mammoth first. They actually moved the powers, unlockable powers, around in that game, and you get the dash in this level in the PSP version.
Huh, interesting.
Which really threw me off the first time I played that version, because like I have this game basically memorised, so it was like learning to read again at that point.
Well, the capsule's also easier to get too, because you don't have to deal with those annoying blocks and an annoying dash jump.
Mm-hmm.
That is very true, yeah.
Alright, Snake, I've been doing most of the talking here. Tell us a little bit about Flame Mammoth, mate. Did he ever give you any troubles?
A bit, mainly because what he does here is whenever he jumps and lands on the ground, he shakes the entire ground, and X basically trips and falls over. And that's very annoying. There is another weapon, however, that can kind of make the fight a bit easier, which lets you cut off his trunk.
Yes, I love that. I think it's Boomer Kwang's weapon, isn't it, that cuts the trunk off?
Yeah.
I love doing that, like, in the rematches. I don't think I did in this run, but it's just hilarious to see the trunk come off and it's like, well, I'm fucked.
It's fun to cut off things.
Yes, yes it is. Remind me never to invite you to any HSC get-togethers, Snake. It's fun to cut off things, he said, before he was shut out forever. Alright, we got Fire Wave. Basically, you charge her up, you get a flamethrower weapon. It's pretty boss.
This one can be a bit annoying if you want to use the fully charged one, because you're wasting the ammo the whole time you're using it, so it sort of eats away at it. Although, saying that, the standard flamethrower is actually more useful than the charged one in terms of the fire weapon.
Cool, cool. Alright, Spark Mandrill. I would say, like, Flame Mammoth is where you really start to see how, you know, going through the game in a certain way affects later levels. This one, I would say, is the second most helpful, because, you know, defeating Chill Penguin first basically makes Flame Mammoth's stage, you know, piss easy? I was going to say a walkover, but piss easy kind of sums it up better. In the original version of this stage, there's basically electricity running along the floors and whatnot, but if you defeat Storm Eagle first, his ship crashes down onto this stage, and all the lighting goes haywire, so hey-ho, one of the hazards has been taken out instantly.
Although what that does mean is that the light flickers on and off, and so there's certain parts where it's just dark black, and you get a very, very vague outline, but you still got to be that little bit more careful just to not dive into a pit like an idiot.
This thing kicked my ass the first time I played. I don't know whether it was because I wasn't used to playing Mega Man games on like a handheld console, but maybe I should have gone to Flame Mammoth stage first and gotten his weakness. See, he's dead already.
Well, I'd just spam the Storm Tornado at him, because the Storm Tornado is pretty fucking beast in this game. It's even more beast in the remake, but yeah, in this one, like, just because it goes straight forward and it keeps on going even after it's ploughed through things, you can take out a good few enemies just with one shot of it.
I would have usually used the Fire Wave, mainly because I like the Fire Wave, I'm not gonna lie. I like burning things with it. It's very useful close range.
You're invited back to the HFC get-togethers now, mate. It's all good.
Okay, so running with scissors is dangerous, but being an arsonist, that's fine.
We're not called Heaven Water Comms. What's wrong with you?
Hey, that's my fan character group.
That's a real thing as well, but less said about that, the better. Okay, we're on Spark Mandrill stage now. Mandrill, obviously a type of ape or something. I'm not here to give you animal specifics. Spark Mandrill, Lightning King of the Bullet Fists. Oh, that's my stand. Comes from the same 17th Battalion as X, possesses immense strength and a powerful electric shock attack, but doesn't seem to be the sharpest tool in the shed. He has obediently followed Sigma, his superior, into the rebellion. He has attacked the city's electrical power stations, bringing the city to a halt, and has already taken control. He wreaks whatever damage he feels like, and leaves it to his subordinates to clean up the mess. His weakness is the shotgun ice, which we got from defeating Chill Penguin.
That's demonstrated, yeah.
He can't do shit.
I almost feel bad for him. Come on, dude.
A bit of trivia, the Japanese voice actor of Spark Mandrill also voiced Donkey Kong.
Huh.
Really?
Yeah.
Typecasting. Well, there you go, 4 Mavericks down. That's pretty slick, Flame. You know, I always hasten to give you compliments and whatnot, but credit where credit's due, I suppose.
A compliment through the teeth is still a compliment.
I suppose so. Alright guys, we've taken down half the Mavericks. Please come back next time when the Mega Man X playthrough continues, where we hopefully shoot electric balls at things. See you then.